Take a stroll through the heart of this city that we know so well. Charities and shops with stories to tell. Community connections, that's the way. We light up local every day. From the fun to the heart to the city's soul. It's Marlboro pride, let's roll. WMCT, it's where we'll be. Marlboro pride on your TV.
Hey there, what's going on? I'm Matt Besachio, and welcome to another episode of Community Connections, where we bring different nonprofits and sponsors of the station here in studio and share their stories about how they serve our Marlboro community. Before I introduce today's guests, who are an incredible organization that helps out thousands of families over their time between Marlboro and Hudson, let's talk about some things that have been going on here in the city. Obviously, we just passed the Thanksgiving Day holiday. Happy Thanksgiving to all of you and yours. My holiday was great. Had all my family there, one-stop shopping over at my mother-in-law's house, capped off by my father's eggplant lasagna, which is absolutely to die for. So thank you, Dad. Appreciate that. Unfortunately, the Thanksgiving morning portion of the holiday wasn't great for our Marlboro Panther football team as they dropped their Thanksgiving Day game to Hudson. Unfortunately for them, that kind of wraps up our fall sports coverage. We have the winter to look forward to, and also with the winter, we have the holiday season, which will kick off in earnest this Sunday over at the Commons, right across the street here, where we'll have the tree lighting ceremony. We'll have tons of vendors there. We'll have things to eat and to drink. Should be a great time. The Marlboro High Chorus will be there singing Christmas carols, and of course, Santa will make a present, or he'll stop by coming off of the fire truck, as he always does. So make sure to get out there Sunday at the Commons to support the community. And with that, we will now introduce today's guests. We have Mark Pollard, the operations manager, and longtime volunteer, Mary O'Malley of Fresh Start Furniture. Guys, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much for having us.
Oh, it's a wonderful organization you guys do, providing different household items for those families in need during difficult times. So Mark, we'll get it going with this question. Talk to me about, because you're you were a volunteer before you became operations manager. Can you talk to me about how you got involved with the organization and how that eventually turned into you being manager?
Sure. So I actually followed in behind my child who was volunteering to get Honor Society hours.
Oh, wow.
And I became a furniture mover, helping offload furniture as it came in and loading it onto the family's trucks as it went out. Mm-hmm. I was a software developer, but I was so motivated by what we do and by the volunteers. I quit my software job and started a new career as our part-time operations manager about 3 months ago.
That's incredible. Yeah. Wow. Now, so you're the manager of this organization that turns over thousands of pieces of furniture a day. You've got dozens of different volunteers that you have to look after. Can you talk to me about some of the logistical challenges that you face providing this service?
Sure. So we accept donations, both furniture and home goods, from the public. They can drop off at our facility in Hudson, or we have a truck and we'll go out and pick it up. Right? Once all that furniture comes in, it has to get inspected, cleaned, tested, because we want to respect the dignity of the people we're helping, right?
Of course.
We have to give them good quality goods. Once it's been inspected, it then goes into an inventory system. Our founder, Jeff Schultz of Marlboro, developed custom software where you can go online to our website and see exactly what's in our system today, the couches, the home goods. And then we have shoppers. The shoppers help our clients. There's an interactive shopping experience where they're picking items right out of inventory. It goes into the cart. It's a shopping cart experience. Mm-hmm. And then when that's all done, our movers then load that furniture onto the client's trucks.
Wow, that's great. Now, for those that may be watching this, somebody that's out there that's in need, how do they know whether or not they qualify? What's the process by which they have to go to eventually be with you guys?
The families that we're helping, you're asking.
Yeah, exactly.
So all our families, all our clients are referred by a social service agency. They're not coming in off the street. There's state agencies and nonprofits that have been vetted, and our clients, our families are referred to us by these agencies. And so typical clients could be a veteran, a woman coming out of a shelter, single moms with kids, refugees. These are all have been referred to us by these agencies.
Wow, that's great. Now, these shoppers, a volunteer like you, Mary. Now, can you talk to me about, because you've been with the organization for so long, who or what was it that got you interested in Fresh Start, and what's kept you with the bank all these years?
So many years ago, I actually brought some items to the Fresh Start Furniture Bank on Mechanic Street back when they were in a smaller facility, and I had heard about it, knowing that they accepted items that I had, so I went there. And as time went on, the Fresh Start moved to Tower Street in Hudson, and I had retired for about a year, maybe a little bit less. I was a high school teacher, and I just, again, being newly retired, trying to clean some things out of my house and keeping myself busy. And so I went and brought some items to the Fresh Start on Tower Street, and I believe it was Sue Wadby, one of our founders, who was behind the desk, and I said, "Oh, this is a wonderful organization," and she kind of pounced on me and said, "Do you want to volunteer? Do you want to volunteer?" And I said, "Yes, I do." And the rest, as they say, is history. So I've been a volunteer for about 9 years.
That's great. Now, being just recently retired, teaching, what do you think about your years in teaching has helped you now in this role as a volunteer shopper?
So one of the things when I did volunteer, I was really looking for something to do to continue to make a difference and to work with people. So I was very happy to find this. I think that one of the things when being a teacher, I always treated my students and colleagues with respect. I mean, one of the things that I just love about Fresh Start is we are just known for treating our clients with respect and dignity. We often don't know. We have a thumbnail sketch of what's their background is and what their situation is. However, we don't know. I mean, we don't know exactly what they've been through and where they've been. So many clients walk in and they say, "Wow, this is really nice." And they leave differently than when they came in. And I think that's just very gratifying for all of us, especially the volunteers that are working with them directly, and the people that are in charge.
Well, one of the things I've noticed in the 3 months since I've been here, it's the care that we give to these clients. There's an interview right as they come in. How many kids do you have? Girls, boys, young, old? What colors do they like? And then that just flows through the whole process. By the time it gets to Mary, who helps pick linens, they're looking for stuff that will match this particular 11-year-old girl. The care is phenomenal.
I mean, what you're trying to do by collecting that information is you're trying to humanize them as much as you possibly can, so that way you have context going into this process of trying to help.
Yep.
Now, you're talking about, you serve all these different groups, whether it be fire victims, natural disaster victims, those who have been displaced, veterans. How do you as a manager train your staff so that way they are adequately prepared to handle all of these different situations?
Good question. So there are 2 part-time positions. I am the operations manager. We also have a volunteer coordinator, Odell Wells. And I would say there's probably 10 or 15 distinct roles. So if you like interacting with clients, you want to be a shopper, you're personable, you're caring, we've got a role for you. If you're more of a quiet, introverted person and all you want to do is pick furniture up and put furniture down, we have a role for you. So there's 10 or 15 distinct roles. New people get a chance to experience any of them if they want to. And then typically people will kind of focus in on the 2 or 3 roles that they like to do, and they'll repeatedly do that.
It gives them opportunity to feel valued as that volunteer. They get to be a star in their role, as opposed to being miscast and doing something else, and then the whole enjoyment of the experience pretty much goes by the wayside, right?
Exactly.
Now, Mary, like I was saying, you serve all these different people that are in these difficult situations. They're going through trauma. They may have PTSD. How difficult, or maybe should I say, how rewarding is it for you to be a person who gets to help them in that moment of vulnerability?
It is very rewarding. It obviously, one of the things that we like to do, well, first of all, like Mark said, everything is on the iPad. So the bigger items, I should say, not everything. I am affectionately known as the linen lady because I love to work with linens and to pick out the linens for the shoppers. So, and for the clients and work with the shoppers. So. We're in the same kind of area. They have cubicles for the shoppers to work with the clients, and I will go over to them and I'll say, gee, I didn't see that you had a preference for your bathroom colors. Do you have any preference? Do you like blues? Do you like grays? And more often than not, the client will say, nobody's ever asked me that before. And that in itself is just very rewarding to know that we are treating our clients differently than, and we say clients, we were talking about it earlier, it's kind of like the families. We rather say the families. I mean, obviously they're our clients, but we like to treat them, as a group. I mean, and we do actually have single men and women that come in too that are just getting, and a lot of times getting their first apartment, middle-aged. And I'll ask, like, if I see a client and I'll say, hey, do you like the Patriots? Do you like the Red Sox? Because I always put aside certain items for people. We might have a Patriots throw blanket, and people just get very excited. And like I said earlier, they come in and they leave as a different person. They are just so happy to be able to go home and open up all their goods and start fresh.
That's so good.
Start fresh. Get it?
That's it. Hey, it works.
There's two pictures that are kind of capstones of the whole shopping and delivery experience that I love. One is once we've loaded all the furniture into the truck, we'll get the families and then the movers and take a picture. And
That's
their
nice.
smiles are amazing.
Yeah.
And then the other one I really love is once they've moved in and they've laid out all the furniture and all the household goods and put the pictures on the walls, they'll then take a picture of their furnished apartment. And that's the best one to see.
Geez, that's so nice. It's almost reminiscent of that scene in It's a Wonderful Life where George Bailey is helping these families move into these apartments, and all of a sudden you just get to see this special moment where these people, these hardworking people, these people from the community that deserve help are able to finally get into this situation where they can feel proud. And and you guys treat them with so much dignity. It's really a wonderful thing.
And I think I don't know if we can mention this later, but I was just thinking while I thought of it, each client gets a Target gift card that an anonymous donor has given us over the years. And when we run out of it, I think it's a $50 gift card. When we run out of them, that anonymous donor donates more.
That's great.
So they are thrilled to have that for any items that they might need beyond what we give them. So that's a wonderful service that an anonymous donor has done.
All right. Well, thank you so much to that person. We're going to take a quick break here. We're going to show some videos with our sponsors, pay some bills. But on the other side, we'll be right back to finish up with Fresh Start Furniture Bank. Stay tuned.
It's shout-out time. WMCT-TV would like to thank our sponsors for supporting community media here in Marlboro, Massachusetts. Drumet Hair Salon and Day Spa, offering services including extensions and keratin smoothing, coloring and blonding, precision cutting, and more. Drumet Hair Salon and Day Spa is located at 31 Spring Hill Ave in Marlboro, Massachusetts. The Coffee Loft. Coffee and community is their motto, as they serve up lattes, cold brew, tea, sandwiches, and pastries too. The Coffee Loft is open 7 days a week at 406 Lincoln Street, here in Marlboro. The Vin Bin, bringing you the best in wine, cheese, drew, and gourmet sandwiches for 20 years and counting. The Vin Bin is located at 91 Main Street in Marlboro. Author and illustrator Mark Martirosian, host of TV's Drawing with Mark on WMCT-TV. Mark is offering free downloadable activity pages for kids of all ages. Email pennyarcadecreative@gmail.com for more information. Leah Owen, marketing and business consultant. Leah's team members and partners share her belief that great organizations, from businesses to nonprofits and more, deserve to be seen, heard, and celebrated. From social media strategy to community events, this boutique marketing agency helps local brands and organizations grow with purpose and personality.
Hey there, welcome back to Community Connections. I'm your host, Matt Besachio, and we are joined by Mark Pollard, Operations Manager, and longtime volunteer Mary O'Malley from Fresh Start Furniture Bank. The first segment of the interview, we touched on their experiences growing up with being introduced to the furniture bank and their time with it, different groups that they help and such. But now, Mary, I want to turn our focus to the items specifically that you guys give away. Now, obviously, furniture in the name, we get that. But is there any other specific items that the bank may be in need of right now?
I just thank you for having us here today again, because one of the things that we consistently talk about is the fact that, yes, we are a furniture bank, but we are furniture and more. And I even have friends that come in and to donate, and I'll say, oh, would you like a tour? And they always say, I didn't know you took that. I didn't know you take that. I didn't know you take that. So we always need linens. And it kind of ebbs and flows. Summertime is very slow for donations. People are busy with vacations, et cetera. Springtime, it seems to ramp up because people are doing their spring cleaning.
Oh, sure.
And so we always need linens. We always need small appliances. We have over here a kitchen starter set, any kind of small items like that you would need to start a kitchen in an apartment. And by the way, too, we also accept artwork. That
makes total sense.
Not things that you've drawn.
You want some practical things, obviously,
yes,
but nice aesthetic
Yep.
things can make a place look really
Absolutely.
nice and make it feel more like your own.
Yeah, we do decorative. We accept decorative pillows. We accept throw blankets. Again, just to make a house a home, to make it look, like Mark said about people sending pictures in. It's just amazing how we, when we give them everything, how they put it all together, and we love seeing that. So that is very rewarding for all of us.
Now, I'm curious, you say things ebb and flow, and obviously needs change depending on the season. A couple or a family moving into their first place or moving into a place in November, December, January is much different than June, July, August. So do needs change, or do donation patterns change based on the time of year?
Yeah, that's a good question. So even let's say, for example, in summertime when we're working with clients, we still give them as you can see over here, we have a display of for bedding. What I typically do will put a bed in a bag together with a comforter, a sheet set, and a pillow. In this particular situation, there's a bedspread and a blanket and a set of sheets. So we always give that, even if it's summertime, we will still give them warm bedding.
If you think about the clients coming in, we're only going to see them once.
Right.
So we have to kind of provision them for the whole year.
Right.
Very good point. Now, is there anything that you've seen? You're seeing things from a macro as opposed to being on the ground level in a lot of situations. Is there something in particular, individual piece of furniture or something like that you just have not been able to keep on the shelves because they're in such high need?
So right now we're lowest on dressers.
Okay.
And so dresser is a good one. A mattress that is typically in a guest room and is stain free, we could always use mattresses, but they must be pristine.
Okay.
Box springs. So it's the mattress, box spring, and the dressers. Right now, those are the biggest pieces of furniture we need.
Okay, very good.
I think also in the past, couches, for some reason, I don't know why, they again, it's an ebb and flow, but sometimes we run low on couches. And we are, I know we were going to mention that we are one of the furniture banks that gives out mattresses. They don't all.
That's one of the there's a couple of differentiators that Fresh Start has in that. One is we have a Sweet Dreams mattress program where we solicit funds from the public and actually buy folks new mattresses, new box springs, new bed platforms.
Yeah, I was going to say that would seem like a difficult thing to receive pristine.
Correct.
Because most people that have a mattress over the course of time, something's going to happen, something's going to spill. So there'll be rare cases in which somebody has a brand new mattress that they've only used for a short period of time that they're just willing to donate. So another part of that too, you said couches are another thing that ebbs and flows. Do the standards for couches meet the standards for mattresses? Like, where does the couch need to be pristine as well? Is there a little bit of, gray area?
There's a 5% gray area.
Okay,
right? So It can't have grease stains. It can't have coffee spills.
Right, of course.
It's got to look virtually new.
Okay.
We do have an expert team of volunteer cleaners, menders, repairers.
All right, so it can arrive somewhat dirty with the chance of it still being salvageable and then
Ask
being
yourself, could you clean this yourself in an hour and make it presentable?
Okay.
If you can't, we probably shouldn't be taking it.
All right, I've got a few gnarly stains on my couch that probably wouldn't meet the criteria to be able to donate. But no, those are great answers. Thank
Can I
you.
jump in on the donation point?
Yeah, of course, please.
So we've emphasized a lot about people dropping off furniture at our Brent Drive location in Hudson. The other thing that differentiates us is we have a truck. So on Saturday mornings, we'll go to local houses and pick up people's furniture and take it away for them.
Okay, that's great.
Again, all we ask is it's in good shape, and we do ask for a small donation to fund the truck.
Okay, so you will pick up the pieces from the donors' homes, you bring it on location, you clean it, you make it readily available for these people to come in and to purchase. But it's I kind of lost myself there. But anyway, let's transition to something else. My apologies. Mark, do you work with any other local businesses or nonprofits? Because I know we have different, like Sweats for Vets or different people like that who come in that rely on other people at different points too. Do you rely on any other local nonprofits or businesses to help you achieve your goals?
So absolutely local businesses. We have a couple different ways that businesses will help us. Some businesses will do drives for us. They'll do a linen drive and they'll collect in their office or their lobby, and then they'll bring stuff over once they've collected it. Some businesses run fundraisers for us. Long Cadillac recently did a silent auction on our behalf.
Okay.
And then we have local businesses that do volunteering. So they'll come in and they'll clean furniture or they'll assemble furniture in our warehouse.
Very
We
nice.
also recently had the Lions Club. They did a blanket drive. They came in with we yesterday had so many blankets, and we're very appreciative of that. And also the Marlboro Women's Junior Women's Club also did a drive for us with that. They just did a wonderful job of getting linens, actually mostly linens, some household goods that we need.
They heard we were low on shower curtains and liners, and $500 later, they had bought out Ocean State Job Lot. And it was absolutely amazing. The Marlboro Junior Women's Club.
That's great. Good for them. I did remember my thought. So we were talking about how you will go around to different people's houses. You'll pick up the furniture. But so for the client or the shoppers that come in, one of the sole responsibilities on their behalf, though, is that they have to come with their own truck and transport their own furniture back to their apartment. Correct. That is one stipulation.
The one thing we ask of the clients is that they provide the U-Haul or the pickup truck for us to load the furniture on.
Okay.
Correct.
All right. Very good.
Or their
Just wanted to
agency.
get that
If their
clear.
agency will sponsor a truck for them, that's fine.
Okay. But that's where the responsibility stops at that point for you
Correct.
guys once you get to that. Okay, great. Sorry. Just wanted to circle back on that. I remember it was a decent thought.
Well, that's very important. So
Yeah, it
yes,
is. I just wanted to make sure that we were clear on that one. But we'll get you guys out on anything else, on this, I should say. Mary, is there one thing that you want to say to the community on behalf of Fresh Start that would inspire people to either volunteer their time or donate?
I would say, again, just come in. If you have a donation, we'd be glad to accept it. If you want to come in and just take a walk around, we have people that will greet you at the front desk and take you on a 5-10 minute tour to see the facility, because it really is amazing and people are blown away by what we do and what we accept. Like, again, I think it's important to see the turnaround for the items that we have, that we get. I think we were talking about it earlier. As far as when something is donated, it's usually gone within 4 or 5 days. I think that's what we said. So it's not like things sit around for a long time. They are put to good use right away. And also, it's a fun place to be. There's a lot of camaraderie. We're all there for the same reason, and it's amazing. It's a really, really great place.
That's great. And in addition to obviously the donations that you take and you give to those that are less fortunate, you're also providing an environmentally sustainable product. You guys are salvaging different pieces of furniture from landfills, and this is the reason why you're wearing these green Fresh Start t-shirts. Can you talk to me just like a little bit about that?
Absolutely. Thank you for emphasizing that. That is our secondary mission, is to keep furniture and goods out of the landfills. And even if we don't use some of the linens that you've donated, those also get correctly recycled. And so we're making a small amount of income off of the linens that we can't use for our clients. So yes, reduce, reuse, recycle.
Well, that's great. It's great to see that you're helping the community in so many different ways. It's really been a pleasure having the two of you in here. And just real quick, if you could just pass along maybe a website or a different way that somebody could reach out to you if they want to donate anything else or volunteer their time.
Sure. So there is a website, freshstartfurniturebank.org.
Okay.
We have a Facebook user group for that as well. If folks don't have goods that they want to donate, there are wish lists at both Target and Amazon where they could buy stuff for us. And if you actually do want to spend a little bit of money, we're always in need of pillows. We buy our pillows from Kohl's.
All right, great. So do I. No, that's great. Thank you so much, Mark and Mary, for being here. Thank you so much for what you do for the community. It's truly a great thing. We appreciate you coming in the studio and sharing your story with us.
Yes, really, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Not a problem at all. All right, well, that's going to wrap up this episode of Community Connections. Don't forget, this Sunday, 5 o'clock, over at the Commons over here for the tree lighting ceremony. And we will see you on Friday at 1 o'clock for our next episode. So we'll see you then. Take care.